Hi learners, welcome to Engineering Clinic and Network Simulation. In this session we are going to see various TCP protocols and their suitability for wireless networks. As you all know, wireless networks is very complicated when compared to wired network. Now how we can able to use TCP in wireless network, that's what we are going to see in this session. So the part will be steps will be the step 1 will be explanation of TCP protocols in wireless networks. So the example for explaining is Wi-Fi hyphen TCP.cc. This is the source code. This is already available in NS 3.27 and other versions. It's available, and compilation of this, compilation and execution, and calculating the throughput. And finally step 3 will be comparison of various TCP protocols in NS3 for wireless networks. So this is what we are going to see for this session. Okay, now how we are going to do this? First I will explain the source code of it, how the TCP protocol is using. So as you all know that TCP is a transmission control protocol, so which needs an acknowledgement for each and every packet, acknowledgement through sequence number. So it has error control, flow control, and congestion control. So it has all these things. So based on the number of events and number of sequence numbers, based on that we have error control, we have flow control, and we have TCP has error congestion control. So most of the aspects have been covered in most of the TCP protocols. So in NS3, let us see how many protocols are supported TCP. How can we compare their throughput? That's what we are going to see today. So let me open this file. So in this here, the file is in the location 3.27 / examples / wireless / Wi-Fi hyphen TCP.cc. This file only we are going to check it. So let me open this file. So go to NS all-in-one, then NS 3.27. So if you are using any other versions of NS3, you can refer the same folder, examples, then wireless, and there are so many examples here. So we have Wi-Fi hyphen TCP.cc. So this is the file that we are going to use. Okay, now I will be explaining you what are the different things available here in this Wi-Fi segment. So there are totally two nodes, N1 N2. As the name says, there are two nodes, and there is an access point and a stationed node. So there are 4 nodes. So N1 acts as an access point, and a station node N2 acts as a stationed node. Okay, so now I will explain this. Most of these aspects is already covered in first.cc, second.cc, and third.cc. So then there you can just explain it, the source code. So if you want to go through the entire source code of this particular TCP.cc, so you just refer the third.cc file. So once you understand third.cc, you come here so that you can understand the better way of wireless networks and TCP together. Okay, so now first thing is there are so many header files are being implemented. So all this included. Then using namespace NS3. So you already have a greater explanation for this namespace. Please refer first.cc file. Then I have a pointer to packet sync. The name of the variable is packet sync, and last total receiving packets. So it is in 64 bit type, unsigned integer 64 bit. So last total receiving packet is equal to 0. Initially is to 0. That's a bytes is 0. And now for calculating the throughput, so the entire application is based on calculating the throughput of the TCP protocol in wireless networks. So for that, first the thing is time now. So now time now means at this current time is initialized with simulator now function of NS3. Then double current CUR, this is a variable name, and sync get total receiving bytes minus last total receiving bytes into double of 8 divided by 10 power 5. So it is something like we are converting into megabits. So that's how this application is calculating in megabits per second. So based on this timing and the second, so we just calculate the throughput based on this formula. So this function, entire function, will do the calculation of the throughput of a particular TCP protocol. Then we will come to main function. So in the main function argument count, argument vector, again you just refer to first.cc for more explanation on this. And we have a payload size. So payload size means how much data bits the protocol can carry. So in this case here it is 1472 bytes it is given. So in case we want to adjust or vary the parameters, we can vary accordingly. So what happens when it is doubling 1472 into 2, what happens? So those things you can do for the further exercise. So in this example it is given as 1472. Now the data rate is 100 Mbps. So the data rate is, the application layer data rate is 100 Mbps. The name of the TCP variant is TCP New Reno. So I'll be showing you what are the other protocols that NS3 supports, so that you can understand better. And physical layer rate is based on this bit rate HTMCS7. So maybe if you are interested in physical layer, so then you can refer this particular source code. The total simulation is 10 seconds. So in case if you want to use for various seconds 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 up to 100 for graph comparison, you can refer this. Now as of now it is 10. And PCAP tracing. So if you want to enable a Wireshark tracing anything, so let it be false here, by default given as false. In case you want to enable it, you can convert it into true, so that you will get some packet capture files that you can use it. I think I closed it. So again I'll just examples, wireless Wi-Fi -tcp.cc. Okay, fine. So this is true. Now the command line argument. So this command line argument we can able to send during the compilation. So payload size. So if you want to adjust the payload size during compile time or during the execution, we can directly give. Data rate also we can adjust, and TCP variant also we can adjust. So please remember TCP variant, how many TCP protocol? By default TCP New Reno is there, and we have TCP Hybla, TCP high speed, TCP HTCP, TCP Vegas, TCP scalable, TCP Veno, TCP BIC, TCP A, TCP Illinois, TCP Westwood Plus, and TCP LED BAT. So totally these many TCP versions are been variants are been supported in NS3. So just either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So totally 13 TCP protocols are supported in this example. So we can control this, and PHY rate, simulation time, and packet capture. So all these values can be, we can control it. Okay, now for example, let's say in case if you want to run this example, so copy this file into Scratch folder. So this is what the usual procedure. We will copy this into Scratch folder, and there when I write it ./waf --run, then within double quotes Scratch /Wi-Fi -tcp space. Now what are the parameters I can change it? These parameters I can make use of. So let's say I want to change let's say the payload size. So just copy this. So don't change any variable name. So -- payload size equal to 1000. I can have it like this. Again -- in case if we want to change the protocol name like TCP variant, Control C, and I will just paste it here. Control V equal to, since it is a string, so we can use TCP high speed. In that case I can use TCP high speed here. So this way I can able to control my entire file. So this way I can the command line arguments can be adjusted. So likewise I can able to use all the variables which is given in the command line. So that is the purpose of this command line variable names. Okay, so whatever variable names are here, all these variables I can control. And similarly PCAP, now by default I made it as true here. Let it be false as already there in the file. Now what I do is after this PCAP equal to, I can make it true. So in that case the PCAP will become true. So the PCAP packet capture will be captured and the file will be generated. Okay, so this is how the way the example has to be run. Now we'll come to the source code. So after adding all the command values, then the TCP variant variable name, it is added to NS3 : then plus TCP variant. So it is something like a concatenation of a string. So whatever name the TCP protocol has, so it will be adjusted accordingly. So for example NS3 : TCP ILLINOIS. So this is what TCP Illinois protocol. So that means that this way we can able to use any protocol in this name. So that's what the TCP variable holds the entire string value. Then no RTS CTS and no fragmentation. So since Wi-Fi needs, the remote station manager needs RTS CTS, that is request to send and clear to send. here in this example they don't want to use RTS or CTS messages, so that's why initially it will just given the value name as 99969. So 69 is there, then as per NS3 there will be no fragmentation and there will be no RTS CTS messages in the Wi-Fi. And again the remote Wi-Fi station manager, the fragmentation threshold and RTS CTS threshold, so it is having a threshold, so beyond that it won't be happening. So that's how this value is initialized. Okay, now in case of TCP Westwood Plus, there is a separate comparison here only for Westwood Plus. In case your TCP variant is Westwood Plus, then how the things have to be handled. So we have to have a socket type, L4 socket type, and TCP Westwood protocol type. In case only for TCP Westwood Plus, so this comparison, this configuration has to be enabled separately, or else you can use existing protocol. So what are the other protocols that we are having? I mean these TCP protocols can be used. Okay, so that is what here else given there based on lookup name by failsafe, TCP variant, TCP ID and type ID. So only for this protocol TCP Westwood Plus alone we have a separate configuration. So default type is TCP L4 protocol and socket type, and here again TCP Westwood protocol type we have to have a Westwood Plus protocol. Okay, so else we'll go with the existing TCP protocol. Okay, so now in this TCP, so we have configuration of TCP socket segment size. So we are using segment size. The segment size is based on the payload size. So payload size is already we have 1472 there. According to the value, the segment will be the packets will be segmented. So that's how the segment size will be calculated based on this TCP. Then we'll come to our Wi-Fi standards here. So here Wi-Fi MAC helper, Wi-Fi MAC, Wi-Fi helper. So if you want to know more about this, you can refer the third.cc file. In my same channel I have third.cc file explanation, you please refer. So maybe I can give the URL in the description window below this video. Just please click the URL for more information. Third.file explanation in my channel. Okay, so that you can do. Then what is the Wi-Fi standard? So Wi-Fi have various standards: 802.11 A, B, G, H, N, P, A, C, like that. So now in this case it is used in 802.11 N. So N is working with 5 GHz frequency. So this is what the physical layer is being used here. So again here if you want to compare TCP with 802.11 B and N, that way also you can compare both. So how the medium access control affects the performance of the TCP network. So that also you can able to compare. So these things you can simply change the value and then you can start comparing it. Now the channel. So what is the legacy channel means? The existing wireless channel. So we have a YARNS Wi-Fi channel. Again you just refer third.cc file before you want to know about what is YARNS Wi-Fi. So YARNS means yet another network simulator. That is an expansion of YARNS, and it is having a propagation loss model and propagation delay model. The delay model is constant speed propagation delay model and frisk propagation loss model. If you are from a communication background student, you can refer about what are these propagation loss models and what is the propagation delay models. And the frequency here is 5 gigahertz. That's what 5 into 10 power 9. So 5 gigahertz is the frequency, because as we have seen that it is 5 gigahertz frequency. That's what given here as 5E9. Then what are the physical layer properties? So in the physical layer properties, so mostly the physical layer we never touch upon the physical layer, since we are performing the TCP protocol mainly on a 802.11 Wi-Fi standard. So he set some of the properties here. In case if you don't want to set properties, you can simply go with the default model. As you see in the example third.cc, there's a default model there. So using the default physical layer parameters you can use it. But here in this example, not default, everything is being used here. So transmission power start, transmission power end, so both are 10.0. transmission power levels, only one power level. Transmission gain is 0, receiving gain 0, receiving noise figure is 10. CCA model threshold is -79, energy direction threshold is -79 plus 3. So and error rate model, YARNS error rate model. So what is how the error is calculated, and constant rate Wi-Fi manager. So this is the station manager's constant rate Wi-Fi manager. That means that all the nodes in the network will be getting the same rate at which the intended the network is given to them. So it's something like the bandwidth. So if you are telling 100 Mbps bandwidth means, so most of the times you will be getting 100 Mbps bandwidth. So for some user it will be 150 Mbps. The more you pay, the more bandwidth you get. Similarly the same thing here. Constant rate Wi-Fi means everyone will get equally. let's say in a university or a college setup where all the students will be getting 5 Mbps bandwidth. That means that we call as concentrate Wi-Fi manager. The Wi-Fi manager will be just delivering the internet connectivity only at a rate of 5 Mbps. So that's what here concentrate Wi-Fi manager. It is having two mode. One is data mode. Data mode based on the physical layer rate, and the control mode. Okay, so now we'll come to the nodes. So node container, network nodes, network nodes create two. So two nodes we are creating. One node with the Wi-Fi mode, another node that is access point, another node is a stationed node. So get 0 will be Wi-Fi and get 1 will be stationed. Now in the SSID is name of the SSID is network. It is belonging to the type AP Wi-Fi MAC and SSID and net device. So we are installing a net device container. So since I have just already discussed more about these net devices, node, channel, application, topology helpers, all these things in first.cc and second.cc. Please refer that video so that you can understand in a better way. Now AP device, installing this Wi-Fi AP device into the particular net device. So we have Wi-Fi physical layer, Wi-Fi MAC and AP Wi-Fi node. So AP Wi-Fi node, this node, and Wi-Fi MAC is based on this AP Wi-Fi MAC, and Wi-Fi physical layer is already we have designed here. This is the Wi-Fi physical layer. So then similarly we have stationed Wi-Fi MAC here, STA Wi-Fi MAC, and again for this also we will be installing on their net devices. So net device means it is like a Ethernet card with a NIC controller, network interface card usually we call. So in the network interface card is a piece of hardware. So once you attach to the motherboard of your computer, you need a software driver to make the hardware to work. So similarly here we call it as a driver called as network device driver. So in NS3 how do we simulate that? So the NS3 have the combination of software as well as hardware together, and we call it as a network device. So that's what we call net device container. So that's why we it is a combination of hardware cum software, which is in the form of a simulation. Then mobility model. So in mobility model again you refer third.cc for various mobility models. So here we have position allocator. In the position allocator we have two vectors based on the mobility, and here constant position mobility model means most of the nodes will be moving at a constant speed, and here mobility installed is in AP Wi-Fi mode as well as station Wi-Fi mode. So the constant position means the nodes will not be moving, it will be stationary. That's what constant position. So access point will never move. As per our logic, the access point will not move, and station Wi-Fi MAC also it will not move here, because that's why as per this example we are using constant position mobility model. So we have other mobility models like random walk 2-dimensional mobility model, random waypoint mobility model. So these are the some of the models wherein the nodes are mobile in nature, but in this case constant position means the nodes will not be moving. Next thing is I am having the internet stack over there. So in all the nodes I am just installing the internet stack, I mean in both the nodes, and setting the address base. So I use 10.0.0.0 and the base address is this. Again for referring this you can refer first.cc and second.cc, you can understand. And IP version 4 global routing helper. If you want to establish routing table in all the nodes, then you can use populate routing tables, this command. Okay, so now install TCP receiver on the access point. So now the TCP receiver and the TCP transmitter has to be installed on these nodes. So what happens is the receiver is on the server access point and the transmitter is on the station. So that's what here. So in the access point we install receiver. So that's why sync means the destination node. So we use NS3 TCP socket factory and the port number is number 9. So and install on the AP Wi-Fi node and use the packet sync there. So it's a simple syntax of how can I establish a sync node. Similarly the source node will be the transmitter here. Again we have a TCP socket factory which will be installed on the station. So here we have packet size. What is a packet size is payload size 1472, what we have declared there in the beginning, and on time and off time, how long it will be on, how long it will be off. So it is constant random variable 1 and constant random variable 0 here. So on time will be 1 and off time will be 0. So 0 to 1. Data rate will be based on the data rate 100 Mbps what is given there, and the application contains server app. So station Wi-Fi node will be the installation. Next thing is sync app start 0 seconds, server app start 1 seconds. Then simulator schedule 1.1 seconds. So at 1.1 it will be started calculating the throughput. Already we have the formula for throughput calculation in the beginning. And if pcap tracing, so this is false here, so this will not be executed. Once you becoming true, then this will be executed. It will create a access point Wireshark and a station Wireshark both. Then start the simulation. So once you start the simulation, the simulation time plus 1. So already the simulation time is 1.1, then 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, like that the simulation will be continuing. Then what is the value of average throughput after this destroy statement? What is the value of average throughput? Because after calculating all the throughput values, we have to compute the average. So once we have average for all the throughputs, then we can compute the or compare the results between various TCP nodes. So that's what the plan. Okay. So now this is a simple simulation. So having said that, we will be executing this example now. So first I will copy this file here, save as. I will put this file as save as and put it in Scratch. So save. I just have it in Scratch. Now I will be running this example. First I will run with a simple model. Let me not use any additional command line arguments. Just type. So now we can see 1.1, 1.2. So after 1.1, so it is incrementing 0.1 seconds as per the simulation. At every point of time, the throughput is calculated. So totally we have given the simulation up to 10 seconds. So up to 10 seconds, this throughput will be running. At the end of 10 seconds, it will be printing the average throughput. So that means adding all the values and divided by the total number of timing. Now see that now 7, 1.2. So increasing to 20 seconds will be taking more time for each and every simulation. So let us avoid that. Okay, so now we can see 52.1583. so this is the throughput. Now in editor file, what I do is I'll just write down this value. So first I will put TCP new Reno. So this is the value. The throughput is 52.153. Okay, so throughput, let me use this value. Let me use in the folder here, throughput. Okay, so now next thing is I'll change the protocol name Scratch. So what I do here is in the Scratch double quotes hyphen, I'll go to this file, I'll go to the command line argument. So here I'll use TCP variant. So TCP variant equal to let's say I will go with the TCP. Now new Reno is done. Now I will go with TCP Hybla. So TCP Hybla and close it. So now it will be executing for TCP Hybla protocol and see what is the throughput for it. Again we have to wait up to 10 seconds. The simulation has to complete till 10 seconds. So this way you can compare various TCP protocol. Now this is only for 10 seconds. In case we want to go for 20 seconds also, you can go for. Yes, now average is 52.1583. Now I'll just come back here in this throughput here, TCP Hybla. So again the same value here. Then I'll be checking some others, one more protocol. Let's say for example TCP scalable. Take this value. Now we will be waiting till 10 seconds. If the same value comes, I think we are doing something wrong here. Let me check it. Yeah, the same value we are getting. So maybe I can use TCP variant. I can use, a single quote, still the same. Or else what I do is, so instead of new runner here, maybe I can change the source code also directly here. I can change the source code here. Yeah, same value I think. So what I do here is, now for example TCP high speed, I'll just change it here. Instead of new run, this is the compilation of source code. Now I will be changing it here. Now what I do is, I won't be doing it, just simply just compiling it. Now this protocol will be executing for TCP high speed protocol. Right. Yeah. Or else the throughput is always same because of various additions, various protocols. The throughput is common. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I think the same thing we are getting. So anyhow, just to show you that how the throughput is working here, so maybe I'll just show with. Okay, so now what I do is, I'll just compare this protocol here. So TCP, yeah, so I'll be using this. So what I do is, I'll just delete, I'll just use this. So now I use TCP variant equal TCP. So most of the TCP protocol for this example, the throughput is almost same, so the same value we are getting it. And this protocol TCPA is slightly different from the other TCP protocols, so that's why I just checking it here. Maybe I will just vary the payload size or the data rate size, and then we'll check the throughput for a particular common protocol. Okay, so now this protocol is 52.3243. so this is what we are getting this protocol. Okay, so this value is 52.33. so here TCPA, so this value we are getting, so slightly it is different from the other thing. So now for example, in the same example here, what I do now is, instead of this the payload size, I will just change it here. So I will just copy this, go to the command window. So let it be the same parameter here. So hyphen equal to, let's say use 2000, and then check the throughput rate now, because the payload I am slightly increasing it, and I'll check the throughput. So earlier the throughput was for this TCP Reno 52.1583 was the throughput. So now we'll check what is the throughput for 2000 as a payload. Now we already have 1472 as payload. Now we'll check 2000 for payload. Let's check it. So you can see 53.7056 this is the payload for 2000. So now what do we do is, so this is for new Reno. Okay, so I'll use only one protocol now. So this is for 2000, and now next thing is I'll use 1000 I'll use. So let's say 3 value I will use it for TCP new Reno protocol, and then we'll check what is the value for the average throughput of having payload size of 1000. Now we have 3 values, 1000, 1472 and 2000. Okay, so now I'll just the TCP new Reno, I'll just remove it. So the first column is 1000, we have to find it out. 1472, the throughput is this, then 2000, the throughput is this, already we got. Okay, now the first command is payload, the second command is the throughput. Okay, so after we verify this, we can able to plot the characteristics. So in the meantime, I will complete the characteristics of it. So what I do is set terminal PDF, set output THRO through TCP throughput. I will put TCP through dot PDF is the name of the file. Set title, so TCP new Reno, TCP new Reno. Then set X label. X label is the payload, and set Y label. Y label is the throughput. Throughput in megabits per second. Okay, so then plot. The name of the file is THRUPUT, the no extension, using 1:2 with the lines points. With the lines points, title TCP new Reno. So this is what we are going to plot it. Graph.plot. I will put the file name as graph.plt. This is the name of the file name, graph.plt. Okay, so now I got it 50.8712. The average throughput is 50 point, for 1000 is, for 1000 it is 50 point this thing. Okay, so now I want to plot the characteristics. Similarly, we can use 2500, 3000, like that we can increase the payload. So for time being, I'll just check only for 3 payload calculations. So now I'll just, where did I save this? It is in save as. So this is also in the graph, and yes. So now I will go to the terminal, open a new terminal, go to the home folder. So in the home folder, simply write the command GNU plot space graph.plt. So cannot install, sudo apt install GNU plot. So we are installing GNU plot. So it is not yet installed, so I am just installing it. The command is sudo apt space install GNU plot. So if you want to know more about GNU plot, I will give the video link of GNU plot also, you can go and refer. So now GNU plot space graph.plt. Okay, now file got generated. I'll just open this file here, PDF file, yeah, throughput.pdf. Now this is the throughput here. So now we can see this is what the throughput. For 1000 packets it is 50 point something, and for 1400 as payload size it is 52.15, and here it is for 2000 it is somewhere around 53 point something. So now this is the way that I can able to plot the throughput of various TCP protocol. Now I have done only for one protocol. Similarly, I can increase or decrease the simulation time, that is 10-20 like that, and then still I can able to do that. But sometimes most of the protocols, most of the TCP variants might work in the same way for the throughput. Maybe they are very better in handling congestion control, flow control, etc. So this example is just to show you that how wireless networks handle the TCP protocol with the with the two nodes. One is station nodes, another is the access point node. Okay, so this is the code here. So in this you can easily run as per the syntax. I'll give the syntax below the description of this video. I'll just give all the necessary prerequisite videos also. Please click the link and then watch this video, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.